Picture this: a room full of people arguing, voices raised, emotions spilling, reactions exploding without thought. And in the middle of all of it, there is a man who stands still. Not tense, not afraid, not defensive, just calm, like an unmoving tree in the center of a storm. People look at him and wonder, why doesn't he react? Why doesn't he speak? Why does he look like he has already accepted something the rest of us haven't yet learned? This is not just personality. This is not just temperament. This is the result of a psychological journey most people will never see. Because men who are always calm did not simply wake up one day without emotional chaos. Their calm is not the absence of storms, it is the understanding of storms. You see, a man becomes calm for one of three reasons. Sometimes it is discipline. He has trained his mind not to let every emotion turn into an action. Sometimes it is emotional numbness. He has felt too much in life and has learned that reacting only leads to more pain. And sometimes it is strategy. He has realized that silence is power, and that the person who speaks least often controls the outcome. But the calm man is not one-dimensional. His stillness is layered. It is both learned and earned. It is both shield and weapon. And to understand him, you cannot simply ask, why is he calm? You must ask instead, what did he survive to become this way? Because emotional calm in a man is almost never born from ease. It is born from fire. As boys, men are told, don't cry, don't show weakness, don't let anyone see you hurt. Some learn to silence their feelings. Some learn to analyze them. Some learn to hide them under a smile so convincing that even they start believing they are fine. But for the men who become truly calm, calm down to the bone, something deeper has shaped them. They have watched chaos. They have seen how emotional outbursts destroy relationships, reputations, opportunities. They have witnessed how reacting too quickly leads to regret. They have learned that anger can be a prison and fear can be a leash. So they chose stillness, not because they didn't feel, but because they felt too deeply. There is a kind of man who learned to remain calm because he once lived in a home where tension walked in the hallways like a ghost. He learned that the loudest person is often the weakest. That peace only exists when someone decides not to become a part of the chaos. So he became the one who watched, the one who analyzed, the one who prepared before speaking. There is another kind of man who became calm because life broke him in ways no one saw. He loved deeply and lost. He tried hard and failed. He trusted people who betrayed him. And somewhere along the way, he realized that his emotions were not something the world cared about. So he didn't stop feeling, but he stopped showing. His calm is not peace, it is self-preservation. And then there is the strategic calm man, the one who understands that power does not come from shouting. Power comes from withholding, from thinking before speaking, from choosing the right moment instead of reacting to every moment. He studies people like maps. He knows the intentions behind their words. He listens more than he speaks. And when he finally does speak, people listen, because his words are never wasted. Now imagine these three men inside one mind. Quiet, observant, hardened, wise. This is the man the world calls always calm. But here is the part most people never understand. Calm men are constantly misunderstood. People interpret their silence as lack of interest, their stillness as coldness, their emotional control as lack of emotion. But these men feel. They feel everything. They just refuse to let their feelings control them. Inside a calm man, there is a war you will never see. He does not let his anger choose his words. He does not let his sadness collapse his posture. He does not let his disappointment break his dignity. He has seen what happens when emotions run wild, and he refuses to be that man. His calm is his armor, and that armor was not forged in comfort. To understand this man, imagine standing in front of a fire. Everyone else jumps back, afraid to get burned, but he steps forward. Not recklessly, but knowing exactly how close he can get without being consumed. Because he has studied heat. He has been burned before, and the scars taught him how to walk through flames and remain whole. This is why calm men rarely explain themselves. They are not hiding. They have simply reached a point where they realize explanation is not necessary. People who understand will understand. People who don't never will. Let's go deeper. A calm man sees the world differently. He does not react to words, he reacts to intentions. He does not respond to tone, he responds to meaning. He does not fall for emotional manipulation, because he has trained himself to separate feeling from action. When someone tries to provoke him, he does not rise, not because he is afraid, but because he sees the game, and he refuses to play. When someone tries to impress him, he does not chase, not because he is uninterested, but because he values authenticity over performance. When someone tries to love him, he does not rush, not because he is distant, but because he knows love has depth that must be revealed slowly. The calm man is not cold. He is measured. He is not detached. He is intentional. He is not emotionless. He is controlled. But there is another truth, a quieter one. Calm men often struggle in relationships, not because they cannot love, not because they do not care, but because most people do not know how to love someone who does not create emotional noise. See, calm men are slow to open up. They do not reveal their stories quickly. They speak about their past only when trust has earned the right to hear it. They need partners who can sit in silence without feeling insecure, who understand that quiet is not distance, that calm is not withdrawal, that stillness can be intimacy. A partner who cannot handle silence will always misinterpret a calm man's heart, because calm men do not love loudly. They love consistently. They love steadily. They love without needing to perform. Their love is not in the fireworks. It is in the foundation. But here is the hidden wound. Calm men rarely have anyone who asks them, "How are you really doing?" because everyone assumes they are always fine. They are the emotional anchor for others, but they rarely have an anchor themselves. Their calm becomes their identity, their strength becomes their duty, and their silence becomes a burden that no one sees. So they carry everything alone, they break alone, they heal alone, they rebuild alone. And when they finally stand again, people say, "Look how strong he is," never realizing the cost. There is something deeply sacred about these men, something ancient, something almost warrior-like. They are men who have learned to sit with their inner world rather than run from it. Men who understand that the strongest battles are the ones no one sees. Men who have understood what most never will. Not every feeling needs to be spoken. Not every conflict needs reaction. Not every emotion needs to become action. Sometimes the greatest power is stillness. And so the calm man moves through life differently. He observes before choosing. He listens before speaking. He waits before deciding. He thinks before reacting. He does not fear silence. He does not fear space. He does not fear time. Because he trusts himself. This is the difference. The world cannot shake a man who has mastered himself. And you wonder, how does a man become this calm? He learned to sit with pain instead of escaping it. He learned to let go instead of clinging. He learned to watch instead of react. He learned to walk away instead of prove himself. He learned that silence is not empty, it is clarity. Because at some point, he realized, if he does not control his emotions will control him. And he refused to live as a slave to his impulses. So what does this mean for you? If you are a man who is calm, understand this. Your calm is not a flaw. It is not something to apologize for. It is not something to hide. Your calm is your strength. Your calm is your intelligence. Your calm is your self-respect. But you must also learn this. You deserve spaces where you can rest. You deserve someone who sees your silence as depth, not distance. You deserve to be asked, "What are you holding inside?" You deserve to be understood, not just relied on. And if you are someone who loves a calm man, understand this. Do not push him to react. He is not withholding from you. He is processing. He is choosing his words carefully. He is ensuring that what he says comes from truth, not emotion. Do not confuse quiet with coldness. Do not confuse stillness with distance. Do not confuse emotional control with emotional absence. If he has chosen to show you his inner world, understand that it is a gift, not an entitlement. And finally, to the man who is always calm, never forget. Your calm is proof of everything you have survived. Your silence is proof of the wisdom you have earned. Your restraint is proof of the strength you carry. You are not empty. You are ocean, deep, powerful, eternal. And the world needs men like you. Men who do not break when the world does. Men who remain still in the middle of storms. Men who understand that true strength is quiet. So do not change. Just remember this. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to be vulnerable. You are allowed to be held, not just depended on. Because even the calmest ocean needs a shore.